competitive shooting. At one end, it's a precision game where a fraction of an inch can make all the difference. At the other, it's a game of speed, where split-second timing determines a hit or a miss. But there's only one event that combines all the challenges in the shooting sports. It's an all-around competition where the best shooters in the country face the toughest targets in the game. So stay tuned as we get set to cover the 1999 Chevy Truck Sportsman's Team Challenge.
Chevy Trucks, shooting sports America.
A sunny day, but with winds gusting to 25 miles per hour here in Broward County, Florida. Tough conditions for every shooter on the line. Hi, I'm Gresham, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the 1999 Chevy Truck Sportsman's Team Challenge here at the MARKHAM Park Target Range just outside Fort Lauderdale. And joining me to cover the action is Tom Gresham. Tom, a close race, and with this wind, tricky conditions for every competitor.
And it's been that way for the past 2 days, as more than 80 teams in different classes have tried to shoot their way into today's championship round. In the open class, the top 3 teams are about to begin their final round, and they'll be starting with the Flurry event. And what a way to begin. In the Flurry, 5 computer-controlled traps launch targets directly over the shooting stations, 5 all at once, and then 1 every second. It's the fastest minute in shooting. But these 3 teams include some of the very best handgun, rifle, and shotgun shooters in the world. All right, Team Dillon just about to start off their championship round with the Flurry event. Team Dillon has been a bridesmaid several times. They've come in second, they've not won it. They really want this bad. They've been out practicing, working. They say that they can win it this year. They're going to be starting off with Arndt Meyer, who is really known as a handgun shooter, but he's been working hard. He's developed his shotgun, his rifle skills. He's really strong.
Yes, and team member Rob Latham is a veteran competitor. He's a great pistol shooter, but he's also become a great shotgun shot. He won the Sporting Clays Championship of Arizona.
And Michael Boyd has become their go-to guy. Whatever they need, he can do. Rifle, shotgun, handgun, you name it, Michael will step in there and take care of it for Team Dillon.
Of course, we've got Rob on the right-hand side and Arndt in the middle.
Got Mike on the left.
Here they are, ready to go.
5 targets all at once. Oh my, they let 3 get by on that first one. That's incredible.
I've never seen that before.
This is going to be the test to see if they can pull it back together. Looks like they're back on their rhythm here, though. Look at the targets.
Yep, they're grinding them up now.
Now watch how they're shooting and talking. They're talking to each other. If somebody is down, he's out of ammo, he's talking to his teammates.
This is not their best round they've ever shot. They've dropped 4 or 5 targets already.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, look how they're loading. You can tell these moves are practiced. They really know what they're doing. They reach down, grab a couple of rounds, throw them in there, come back up, find a target, and break it, go back down. It's just a case of loading, shooting, back and forth.
So I guess we had a little problem on the initial. If we don't get the initial 5, then we're off the bat.
Load fast, shoot fast, and don't get out of sync. That's the Flurry event. Earlier, the Sierra Starline team talked us through this challenging shotgun game.
Here's ready. Pull it. 6 bird is mine, coming out. Doug will shoot 2. Now David will shoot 2. Next bird's mine.
On the initial 5, 2 end guys take 2 birds, and the middle guy takes 1 and tries to cover, and then we just go in a rotation. Another shooter then will take the next bird out, and then we start shooting. Each shooter then will shoot 2 shots apiece.
Try to shoot the birds as early as you can over the fence, giving the team the rest of the time to shoot. That's a very good run there. Just a matter of staying home and shooting 50 good shots.
The favorite today has to be Sierra Starline. They've won this event several times. They have an incredibly strong team, starting off with Michael Plaxco, a top shooter, but also a very good shooting instructor.
Absolutely. And, of course, David Tubb is the best rifle shooter in the country.
Well, that's right. Of course, a few years ago, we were saying Doug who. Now Doug KOENIG is known as maybe the very best all-around shooter in the country. This team is strong. They let 1 get by out of that 5.
That's unusual dropping this ball.
We're going to see if they can get the rhythm going. If they do, they probably will not miss another.
In good rhythm now.
Watch how they load. They shoot twice, go down, load. They have to have complete confidence in the other team members that they're going to take those birds as they're going by because there's nothing you can do. Your gun's unloaded. All you can do is load. They're looking good here. There's a surprise. Another one got by him. Looks like a good round. They definitely did not go straight here.
I know I missed one for sure, but I think as a team, I think we did okay.
Well, the team from Federal has been trying to get into this championship round for several years. This is the first time they've made it. Here we go, 5 at once. They got 4 of them from that initial flurry.
Richard Aiken is a 10-year U.S. team member, twice an All-American. He's won the gold and bronze medals at the national events.
That's right. I mean, he's really the shotgun shooter. And then you have Carl Bronowski, who is truly one of the best rifle shooters out there. Carl's a 5-time national champion in high power, small bore national champion. In fact, for 10 years, he's been on the U.S. team. He's won almost everything you can win with a rifle. We're going to see how he can do with a shotgun here. A couple of them slipped by him. That's okay. They're back on him here.
And another one. Yeah, they're getting a little out of sync now, Tom.
That's okay. They're just coming back. Looking good. There we go. He jumped on that one. Aha. That's the last 2. Looked like a pretty good round for a bunch of rifle shooters there.
Absolutely.
Chevy Trucks, Shooting Sports America, is brought to you by Chevy Trucks and Winchester.
After all the shotgun events, it was Dillon in the lead with a .276, followed by Sierra Starline in with a .260, and Federal Ammunition with a .252. But now, each of these teams must radically shift gears and go from swinging on fast-flying clay targets to holding rock steady on banks of rifle targets. This rifle event marks the start of the second phase of this championship round. And now, the size of the targets go down as the pressure goes up. Coming to the line first is Sierra Starline.
Sierra Starline has been known to run this event. That is, they've knocked down all the targets in the very little time allotted, only 1 minute and 35 seconds. Here we go, 1 minute, 35 seconds. These guys have owned this event in the past.
And David Tubb just starts off on those long-range targets.
Now, the truth of it is, all of these guys can shoot almost as good as David Tubb now. One of the things to watch is the economy of motion when they are reloading. It happens so fast, there's nary a fumble. They've done it 1,000 times in practice, just simply practicing reloading, not just the shooting.
There's no limit on the number of times they can shoot. It's just how many they can reload and shoot.
That's right. They start off with 2 magazines loaded. That's why there's a slowdown in the action now. They have to load more magazines from loose ammunition. All right, they have 48 seconds left. They're loading up, getting ready to go again. All right, David Tubb is taking his time. Doug KOENIG is fumbling with a magazine. He's having a little bit of a trouble. Oh, that magazine's popped out. He's throwing another one in. He's back in the game. Mike Plaxco is back in. Okay, they're all up shooting now.
They've got all except those far banks down now and still have a lot of time.
They have 20 seconds left, which actually is a lot of time for these guys. Oh, boy, Doug KOENIG is having an equipment problem. This is not what he's looking for. He's really struggling.
Yeah, that hurts.
That's the one thing. That's the wild card you never can count on, because you can't have an equipment malfunction that could really knock a team out.
A little disgusted right now. Yeah, we can't catch a break today. We need to keep our fingers crossed.
The race is tightening up. It'll get a little tighter on the next 2 stages. Should be real interesting.
It's the world's largest and also toughest shooting gallery. 46 targets and only 90 seconds to knock them all down. Earlier, Team Dillon told us how they put together winning scores.
This is a typical rifle used at the team challenge. Little things that are different than you would find on your own hunting or plinking rifle. Notice the drop belly. The gun is designed to be fired from a standing position. All shots are fired standing. You notice it has a big scope on it. This is a 6.5 to 20. I shoot it at 20 magnification. Easy adjustments. I've made marks on the scope so I can crank it up from 75 to 90 when I go from one distance to the other. You'll notice it also have weights on the end of the barrel, both to change the balance to how I prefer it, and also to hold the gun a little bit steadier if it gets windy. The gun, above all else, must be very accurate, and it also must be reliable. This is actually a perfect gun for the team challenge.
On the rifle event, we've got 4 different lines of targets that we shoot. We start up here at 45 yards, and we work our way all the way back to 90 yards. These are the 1-point and the 2-point targets. They're about 3 or 4 inches for the bullseyes, and these are the easy targets. But these are the hard targets. We're all the way back here at 90 yards. We have a 5-point target, just barely over 1 inch across. From all the way back at the firing line, these look like trying to hit the head of a pin.
Well, this is going to be interesting. Team Dillon is in a position, it's a bit unfamiliar to them. They come into this in the lead. Sierra Starline just shot. They did not clean this station as they often do. This is going to give Dillon a chance to actually extend their lead here. All right, have Rob Latham on the right, Art Meyer in the middle, Mike Boyd on the left. Magazines are in, the guns are up. They are shooting. 1 minute, 35 seconds is what they have. They can start with 2 loaded mags. And after that, they have to individually load rounds into their magazine, which really causes them to slow down. They're going to try to mow these down as fast as they can right now. I'm seeing complete banks that have been cleared already. So that buys them the time that they need here. And you'll see there's a little bit of a pause here while they are doing some reloading.
And Rob's going at the 90-yard bank now. He already has 4 targets down.
Still have 20 seconds left. They don't have many targets left. They're working on those little bitty ones up close now. It's looking good for these guys. They're out of time. And that's it. They couldn't get them all, but they sure did well. I'll tell you what, with that lead they had going in here, that puts Team Dillon in a great position.
I'd say we did all right on it. That's about what we were expected to do. This is not our strongest event, but that's a good solid score for us.
Here we have the new team, Team Federal, their first time to make it into the championship round in the open class. They're 24 points behind Team Dillon going into this, but Dillon dropped a couple of points. Actually, they dropped several points in this event. That's going to give Federal a chance to catch up. I would not be surprised to see these guys really put on a show here with these rifle shooters they have.
Absolutely. I see Loans is going with those 75-yard targets first.
Yeah, I think they have Carl going out to the 90s. He is mowing them down, shooting fast and shooting well, as you'd expect. I mean, this guy is national high-power champion, national small-bore champion. I mean, he's won everything with a rifle. They're doing very well. They have 50 seconds left here. Now, they have used their magazines. They're switching. Going to start doing some reloading. They have a lot of time and not that many targets left. Everybody's shooting now. 20 seconds left.
I think they're going to get them all.
About a half a dozen targets left. Now, they got some really hard ones there, some 1-inchers that are really tough to get. Those are the ones that trip everybody up. You get right at the last, you're shooting too fast. They have to having trouble with those. They're not going to get them all. It's a good round, but they didn't clean them all.
Didn't quite make it.
We did okay. It was a solid score for us. We'd like to have it clean, but everybody that shoots it wants to have it clean.
While much of the attention here is on the pro teams, these top guns aren't the only competitors to step to the line. This annual championship also attracts hundreds of sportsmen's club and industry shooters from around the country. And whether they're competing in one of the top amateur classes or are entered in the novice division, each shooter here has his or her opinion of what makes the team challenge a unique all-around event.
It's a lot of fun, but it's definitely a challenge, and that's why it's named that.
I come from a precision shooting background where you can take your time and shoot your shots. Here, they start the clock and you better be pulling the trigger and aiming in the right spot.
I'm having a great time. This is my first year out here, and I'm just having a blast.
It's absolutely a lot of fun, and I think as a spectator, that's all I've done this week is sit here and watch for 3 days, and I'm having a great time.
The problem with most shooting sports is it's like watching grass grow. There's not much to see, and when you do see, you don't know what you're looking at. Here, you've got targets breaking with puffs of white smoke, targets falling, flags popping up. It's just a ton of fun to watch.
Traditionally a man's sport, competitive shooting has come a long way in recent years. Women's teams are no longer a strange sight at the team challenge, and more than a few of them are giving the guys a real run for the money.
One thing about shooting that I don't think there is any disadvantages for women in shooting if they just go ahead and get out there and shoot, because it's not a physical sport at all. Your concentration and what you want to do, and as long as you get out there and practice or have somebody take you, just get started, because you will love it. And a lot of women shooters are a whole lot better than a lot of men.
The largest and typically the most hotly contested class here is the AA Sportsman's class. Just a few notches below the pros, these club shooters spend hundreds of hours each year practicing their handgun, rifle, and shotgun skills and working together as a team. Not surprisingly, this year's race came down to a final showdown on the handgun event, with the clean board team taking top honors.
Hey, Team Clean Board, you guys shot great out there. Congratulations.
Well, thank you very much. We really appreciate it. It was a wonderful match, and the competition was real tough, and we just had a great time, and we trained real hard for it.
All right, we'll see you next year.
Thank you very much. We'll be there.
The industry teams here don't compete for money, but they do go all out for the bragging rights as the industry's top guns. These teams have the experience and guns and gear to put up top scores in each event. In the championship round, the Winchester ammunition team started and finished strong for a great win in this hard-fought class.
Team Winchester, you guys did it again. Pretty tough shooting out there today.
Yeah, it sure was, Tom. We had some tough teams in our class, and we were really fortunate to come out first.
Well, you shot really well. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Coming up next, the showdown of this championship round, the handgun event. The final and often pivotal event of this championship is the handgun race. Team Dillon had a small edge going in, but fortunes can quickly change in this three-gun relay. Earlier, the PMC team gave us a first-hand look at the different stages of this challenging event.
Let's go. Get there smooth. Grab the gun square, get a mag, shoot 5. Shoot 6. Get the gun out, take the mag out and run. Tag out. Go.
And this is the speed event. My job mainly is leave enough time for Bruce to shoot the 4-inch squares. I'll reload after 5 where I don't have to reload to a dry gun. And I'm gone.
Got a good tag, digging in, but you got to settle down and keep your wind. Once you're at your gun, load it up, settle down, and you got to get on. Press the trigger. Times of burning, can't waste it. I started timing away here, about 35 seconds, but we're going to do it. Pressure's done, and we're done. Thank God. That's a tough one.
When Team Federal stepped up to the handgun final, they were behind by 27 points, and their problems increased when they took too much time at the critical precision rimfire event. Though game in spirit, and in spite of excellent shooting at the speed event, the clock caught up with them and left no time for their final shooter. The stage was now set for a showdown between defending champion Sierra Starline and Team Dillon, current leaders by just a few targets.
Chevy Trucks, Shooting Sports America, is brought to you by Marlin and Ruger.
You know, Tom, coming into this final handgun event, Team Dillon has a 12-point lead over the favored Sierra Starline team.
Right, and while 12 points sounds like a lot, in this incredibly difficult event, it's hardly insurmountable. This will probably come down to the last few shots. I tell you, Sierra Starline has set the mark with this. They have run this event before. It's incredibly difficult. If anybody can do it, they can do it. All right, here comes Doug Koenig up the line. Wow, look at the speed of that reload. Watch this, watch this. Boom, down, up, back he's at it. Just like that. Shoot,
Hasn't
shoot,
missed
shoot,
a
shoot,
target
shoot.
yet either.
He's hitting every one. It takes less than a second for him to reload. Watch his hands now. Watch this. Boom, down, up, he's up.
That's amazing.
It really is. That's hours and hours and hours spent of doing nothing but just reloading.
He's finished.
Oh, he had a little bit of a problem there. He did not clear that gun. He had to fire that last round to clear the gun. It cost him a couple of seconds. You never know if that's going to count for anything.
Here goes Plaxco.
Oh, this is fast. See, those are some incredibly fast reloads. And he's just mowing them down there. Taking no prisoners, hosing them all, going for the little bitty target. One shot all the way out there.
They still have half a minute.
Gets that bonus target. That is amazing. Let's see what Tub can do here. This is the long range event, very difficult, 4x4-inch targets out here. Oh no. Took him 3 shots to get the first one. Now he's going back to the final bank. Now he's got it grooved. He's getting them all. He's getting them all. Look at this. Look at this.
He has time.
He could get all 4 of these. He has 4 to go. Nope, he's missing. He's missing. He's not on them. He's not going to get them. He's going to run out of time. Oh, David, tough. I know that just breaks his heart. Good shooting, but they did leave 2 targets up.
This is about the best chance we've ever had, so we're going to go work it as good as we can. Just tell these guys they shot great.
Tom, I think we may have a changing of the guard here.
Well, at least there's a good possibility. I tell you, Sierra Starline did not shoot as well as they wanted to. Team Dillon, of course, coming into this event with a 12-point lead.
They shot great. Now we have to do the same thing. It makes life tough, but what you live for.
All right, Mike Boyd goes up to the line first for Team Dillon, going to the Precision Rimfire event. One of the things to watch as he shoots is the economy of motion. Drops the magazine, puts it in, works the slide back. That comes from hours and hours of practice. Watch that. Boom. He's back into the game. He's simply knocking them all down. It's really amazing to watch this. If you haven't sat there, you cannot appreciate how difficult this is. These guys make it look easy.
They really do. He's a craftsman, I'll tell you. And he's getting them done in a hurry. They've still got a minute left.
I don't know. I tell you what, he's missed a couple there. It's looking, it's tightening up.
Got the bonus.
They need 99 points to tie. 100 points wins it for him. Art Meyer is going to the big gun. This is the big loud one. He's going to mow down the big plates. Oh, Art is such a fast shooter. Look at that. Now he's going to go back up. Oh, he just took the little target in the same rotation with the big targets. Didn't make any extra effort for it. This is incredible. Rob Latham going for the long range 4x4s. Hit. A little bit low. Got him on the second shot. He's back up to the far bank. 14 seconds to go. He's got that one. He's got that one. Oh, hit that one low, and he's got him. Look at this. He's mowing them down. I believe we do have a changing of the guard here. He got them all! Look at that Team Dillon, the new champion. Boy, they have been wanting this for so long. Look how happy those guys are.
They've been the bridesmaids for the last 3 years. Now they're the champs.
They have wanted it for years. They have fought for this thing. They've earned it. Boy, what terrific shooting. Team Dillon, congratulations, guys. You've been fighting for this thing for a long time. $30,000 first place. Way to go.
It is wonderful. It seems like it's been a long time coming. We appreciate Chevy Truck's involvement with this. Over the years, they've stayed strong as a sponsor, and it's just wonderful to finally come in with a performance we can be proud of and take this home.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. A lot.
What a great finish for Team Dillon. A second-place team more than once, they shook that reputation this year with superb shooting and a convincing win. Hope to see you next time on Chevy Truck's Shooting Sports America. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com, part of the Go Network, go.com.